You're welcome. I'll explain you the project Hostel Management in this video. It is a Python web project. I'll show you like how this whole project will work and how do you do this project your own. So we'll explain the design, what all things we can add in this project and how the whole project works. So this video basically for the CS students. Maybe you're doing any of this course, BE, BCA, BSc, BTech or Diploma or any computer science course, and you're learning Python as well as syllabus and you need to do a project. So naturally when you need to do a project, you need to select the title. So you require like a lot of titles and based on that titles, probably you can choose one and then you need to develop the project. So the question is, so once you select the title, what we can do in this project? How do we start? What are the things we can add up? And what is the result? So all this lot of questions rises. So it will answer all these questions here. So this is a mini project. Here we'll show you like for hostel is concerned, what are the things we can do. So in the admin side, what is the requirement? In the client side, what is the requirement? All will explain you in this project. So first let us look at the prerequisites. What are the requirement? Software requirement. So first you require a Python. So check it out whether you have a Python installed in a system, and then XAMPP. So XAMPP because you require a web server. So here we are using Apache server and the MySQL as a backend. There is a database server. Both are comes with XAMPP. So therefore once you install XAMPP, both will come, and then you require a MySQL connector. So all this explained in a different videos. So please go to our channel and watch all these videos. Particularly, so this video, there is a banking Python web application project. Here we explained everything step by step and it's almost half an hour project. So please watch the complete video. So therefore you'll get a complete idea what are the prerequisites, how to set up, how to run the project. All this will get it. So apart from this, when you need to do a hostel management, so you need to watch this video. So here in hostel, what are the things we can add up, that will explain you in this project. So for more details, please search iBlix tutorials in YouTube. So you'll get iBlix tutorials, and please subscribe. There is a subscribe button here, and then go to videos. So in a video list, the one we referring is this project. Please watch this one, and also you can see that how to install XAMPP, how to install Python. So all are provided over here. Apart from this, we have many VB.NET project demo. So that VB.NET projects we can do it in VB.NET, C#, Python, Android. We can do it in many languages. So if you need to do a project as per your syllabus is concerned, so please watch the video, and if you are in a team, so please watch the videos and discuss, and then you can select which is the good project for you. So therefore we have provided many projects over here, and also you can learn Python in this channel. So please subscribe to our channel and keep watching and check it out which are the one you really interested. Now let's come back, let's talk about the hostel management. In hostel, as we know, like mainly the student has to join the hostel and he'll stay for a year. So what are the basic requirements here? So here is a one admin module. So inside of admin module, we can log in. We can log into the admin module and then it will go to the main page. So these are the pages actually. So that for each one is a one page. So see that 3 pages now, one main page, 4 pages. So here I'll write about the rooms actually. What are the rooms are there? So that we can write the room details. So the first student know like what is this room is, how many people can stay, what is the price, all these will be shown over there. So therefore you need to enter all the room details. On the other side is student details or student module. In student module, student can sign up. First you need to sign up, then log in, then you can view the rooms, view, then you can apply. Right, then you can check the status whether room is allocated or not. Then once this room is allocated, you have to make the payment. Fine. On the other side, here you can see the student list. Once the student sign up, you can able to see the student list. Then we can allocate the room. Allocate room. Then we can view the payment list. Payment list. And we can also send notice to the student. So there is a notice option here. So this side, you can able to see the notice. So once you do the payment, you can see the payment will come back here. Once you apply, so they can allocate the room for you. So these are the things actually. For this there is one table, so there is a room table. So when you sign up, there is another table, student sign up table, and on allocate the room, so rooms is concerned room table. Then payment, when you done the payment, there is another table here, and when you send the notice, there is another table over there. So we need to design these tables. So and we need to decide what are the fields we want to add up into the what are the fields you required in these particular tables. So I'll show you the tables for you, so therefore then you'll get an idea. So this is the logic, this is the flow chart. So that is what we want to provide you in this hostel management at the as a mini project. But you can do a lot of things. But once you learn these things, maybe you can able to improve this. So here is a database, hostel database. So we need to create the hostel database. This is written in SQL, so you should know like how to write table design in SQL. So therefore learn SQL. So then, so this is the statement to create the database. Then use the database, and here is to create the admin login table. There are two fields. Username is a varchar and password is a varchar. Like this is a student table. This is a room table. This is the payment table, and then this is the notice table. Now all this we need to create in MySQL. So in order to create in a MySQL, first step is you need to start the exam. So exam control well, click on this. So once you click, you can see that this control panel will appear. So here you need to start. You need to click here. So it's already started now. So therefore you don't need to click now. But first time here you can see start. You can see start here. So please click on this first and then this one. Then it will turn to green color, indicating that both are running. So Apache server is running and MySQL is running. Now what next step is, we can go to browser. Here you can type localhost. So when you type localhost, so it will take to the Apache main page. It means that your server is working fine. Now we can move to the MySQL. So this is the PHP MyAdmin. Actually this is a MariaDB, right? So we can move to PHP MyAdmin, and here you have SQL. So you can execute all the SQL statements here. So straight away you can type. Otherwise, if it's already ready, we just copy from there and then we can paste it over there. So what I'll do is, so I already have a hostel database. I'll make this one as a hostel 1 database. I'll create one more dummy database. Now you can see that that is done. So now we need to create all the tables. Now I selected, I don't need to use the use command now. So I'll just copy the rest of the tables. Copy and then you can paste here. Then click go button. So all are created. Now you can see that all the tables are created. So this is the one part, actually creating all the tables and a backend, particularly in MySQL. So second step, you need to write the program in Python. So that you have to write, you need to create a folder in exam and HD docs. So here you need to create the folder. Okay. So here is the hostel management. I called as PYP 104, PY Python project 104. Okay, hostel management, and we need to create all the files over here. So in order to create files, you need to know HTML and Python both. Right, and it's already created. As I told already, please watch the different videos, which are the links are provided in the description. So then you know like how to write the code in Python. This I'll demonstrate you like how this whole project works. Fine. Now, so in order to execute this, you need to copy this folder name. Then again you have to go to localhost / the folder name. So folder name like a website address. So this is the first page. So this is totally HTML page. I'll show you the code of this. So this is the index.html. You can see that is a Chrome HTML document. I'll right click. I can open in a Notepad++. So here is the code. So as I told, is purely HTML code. So here is a head and title, and here is the body, and here is the background image, and here is the heading image, and here is a link to main page, and bottom there is one more picture. Simple HTML code. So that is what ultimately will show you like this. And here you can click to take to the next page. Here is admin login, student apply, and then after that you can log in. So the two modules, one the admin module and the student module. First we'll go to admin login. Right. So here these are the options which are provided. Room details entry. So if you click list, what are the rooms already entered, that we can able to see it here. Let's see, want to enter one more. So see the fields, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields are there. So correspondingly should match with your table. So here is a room table. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more, use beds. Okay. Okay. So here automatically it will done. Actually, how many are already occupied? So 5 fields we're going to send here. Right. So now let's say room number is 102 and details. Second room, good accommodation. Okay, spelling accommodation, right? So this is which block it is, block A. Number of beds 3, monthly fees. This is 6,000 rupees. When I click save, the record is saved. How the record will be saved? So for that, I'll take to the code admin room. So this is the HTML page where you can enter the data, and here you have JavaScript to validate whether you enter the data or not, and this code is to display the text boxes. So here you can block A, block B, block C, text box 4, text box 5, then you have submit button. So in case of submit button, so it should take to the admin main. So this is the admin main. When you click the admin main, it will take back to the admin. Whereas if you click on save button, so it will take to the return validate. So return validate means, so this is the form tag, and here is the form tag open. So here is the return validate. This is the function. So the action is it should take to the admin room save.py. So it will take to the admin room.save.py. So here is admin room save.py. So this is the Python file. So here is the code to save the record. So this is the compulsory data, and these are the input data, text1, text2, this data, and we connect it to the SQL server. Then this is the insert statement. These are the values, and that will be get inserted. So once it's entered, the data will go to the database. That we can check it out manually. So you have to go to that room tab, and sorry, here is the database original one, room tab, and here you can see that what are inserted, it will be there here. Fine. Right. So we'll move on. So then we'll come back. Now here is the applicant list. So overall applied, so that list will come here. Next is the allocate room. So there are no student is left to allocate the rooms. All are allocated already. So now what we'll do is we copy the main address, the localhost, and the folder name. That is actually the site address. Okay. Now localhost, that folder name. Then get into site. You can apply for as a student. So you can enter your register number, let's say 102, password, then you can retype the password, name, let's say Sandesh, address. So we can fill all the details. Then you can save this. Now we can able to log in 102. This is. So it means you are applied. Then you can able to see the rooms actually. What are the rooms are there? Then allocated list. So overall allocated, that list will be shown. So you can see that for you it's not yet allocated. N means new, so it's not yet allocated. Then what admin can do now is you can see the list. Now you can see there is one more student. So then you'll go to allocate room. So B, that is there. So once you select the student, the room list will come. Now they can allocate the room. So 102, they'll allocated successfully. Now student can see this one. Okay, allocated list. Now you can see that 102 is allocated. So that'll take some time. So if it's an online, so you are somewhere and the admin is somewhere, but still once they allocate the room, you can able to know that. Next is the payment list. You have to make the monthly payment. So here's the monthly payment for Jan 2021. So you can use the credit card and paid 6K. Okay, the details you need to write over there. Anyway, it's a dummy data indicating that once you make the payment, it will reach the admin. So your payment is successful. So I can go back to the admin and check it out whether the payment is done. monthly payment list, you can see that the payment is received 6,000 rupees from the room number 102, and B102 is the ID. So they can check it out who is the B102 that is there here. So in case the admin has to send some notices, they can send. Here is a December payment. Okay, so some notice they want to send. So let's go to the student side and you can see general notice. Here is a notice. So notice pending. So both sides are communicating properly and their in data is moving from the client to admin, admin to student. So as a mini project, it will serve the purpose. You should learn all these things. This is how you can design the project and see to it like your tables are ready and all the details will be stored into the table. So keep watching, keep learn, and if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And also if you have any doubts or you want to know more or you want to say something to us, please write it in the comment box and let us know what you're thinking. Thank you.